Okay, bear with me for a few minutes because I have something cool to show you. But I've been sick for a week and a half with almost no voice. So this is the best you're gonna get. And I do think this is worth checking out. Show you all what we just bought, and there's more coming. This is a great purchase with a terrible voice. This is our dining room. It's got total mess right now. All of these boxes, and they are just completely filled with games. See a bunch of NES here, Genesis, Sports, 360, and then over here you can see Game Boy Advance in there. This has got DS and 3DS in there, all kinds of stuff. And this has been here for a week and a half, waiting for me to record just a short little clip to talk about it. We bought 3,600 games from my buddy Eric. Nick.
Eric.
He is coming to the house again tonight with another large shipment. He already told me his car is completely full, and we paid him $9,100, so about $3 a game. There is one thing. A lot of this is pretty low dollar stuff. There's some better stuff in there, but he agreed to sell me everything, sell me all of his games. And I do later in this video when I talk a little bit more about him, because Eric is just absolutely killing it. All of these games are games that he has picked up this year. He's ready to just start over again, get a whole new batch of games for next year. So 3,600 games for $9,000. The deal we worked out was all regular games we did at 40%, and then sports games we did at 50 cents. About 1,500 sports games, so that's why we paid about 50 cents on those. Now that I've recorded this clip, I can finally get this moved down to the basement so we can start processing it. But there's a ton of good stuff in here. We got Pokemon Emerald in there for 40%. A lot of opportunity, and I'm going to rest my voice now. All right, I have Eric now. He is here.
I'm here.
He drove how many hours?
5.
He's about to drive 5 hours back. He brought me a carload of goodies. So we're gonna unload it real quick. I want you guys to learn about this guy. This guy is killing it. I want to know how he got this stuff, all this stuff.
Gotcha.
And then I do want you to shout out your cons that are coming up.
Definitely. All right, we'll do.
We're going to get this unloaded.
All right, let's go.
And then we'll get the man paid.
Yeah, not as many games as last time, but more of the higher dollar ones, I think. I put a bunch of extra games, some loose discs, a bunch of extra original power cords. There's some PS2 cords, Wii cords. Perfect for your store.
Yes.
Yeah, and these boxes are a lot heavier than the other ones.
Yeah, they look. Okay, so we are done unloading the car, and I want you guys to learn about Eric. Absolutely killer reseller, video game reseller, everything. So I want you guys to learn a little bit about Eric.
I'm Eric.
Nick.
And I resell video games. Mainly, I go to the conventions doing it. I don't sell online or anything. I just sell.
So no Amazon, no eBay,
no Whatnot, no Mercari, no nothing. Nothing at all. I only sell to conventions and to other resellers. I build a lot of relationships with people who have game stores and people who resell, and I work with them to, meet the same goal. So everyone's happy at that point. The best way to do it is going to all these conventions and meeting people.
I know you've been to a lot last couple of years, so tell me about year 1, year 2. What is this looking like?
Year 1 was the first convention I went to, Midwest Gaming Classic.
Good one.
And that was probably the best one to go to at first.
That's a pretty solid one.
I was just overwhelmed with the amount of video games. Now I went to that one, and I told my wife and my son we should go to all of them. So our first year we went to 25, almost 30 of them across the United States, all the way from Portland to Florida, Northeast, Oklahoma. But I was only buying at those. Buying stuff like this, meeting a bunch of resellers, of people selling. And then the second year, I sold at them all and met more people. We went to about 30 the second year, driving 65,000 miles in 1 year.
On the Pathfinder.
Yep, with my son and wife.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. 2 people and a baby in a car with thousands of games because this guy's booth is always stocked.
Yep.
It is one of the fullest booths at every con I've ever been to.
It's crazy because sometimes you can't even move in there, but I try to bring everything to sell. Exactly.
So he sold me in the last week and a half, he sold me about $40,000 worth of games. And I'm paying you about, was it $17,000?
Yep.
How much money do you think you have into all of these games after selling what you have sold? Like what is, like, how much money do you have in this?
I'd say if you put a dollar amount, I'd probably put about 10 grand if I paid for it, but most of this is all paid off. I buy lots, resell the lots, keep what's left, and I bring them to conventions. What doesn't sell, I bring all over the United States, and then it just accumulates in my shed. And then me and my wife get sick of moving around, so we come to Michael.
He sells it all to me. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's some really good stuff in here. There was some really good stuff in the last lot too. There was a Pokemon Emerald. I think I saw NCAA 14. Obviously that's dropped a lot in value, but I saw that in one of the lots. There's just a ton of stuff.
A little bit of mixture of everything, controllers, all sorts of consoles from, Atari all the way to Xbox One, PS5. So
tell them a little bit about your conventions, and kind of maybe tell me how the one you did this year went. Because he's already done one.
It was the first one, Oklahoma's Gaming Frenzy. Look it up on Facebook. The name Gaming Frenzy, it's a frenzy of video games, and that's our goal. It's to be walking around and thinking there's deals everywhere, I don't know where to go, The reason why we're doing it is because we were driving everywhere. There wasn't a good one in Oklahoma, a video game theme one that was all based on video games. So that's why me and my wife started it. And the first one was in November, and then we had about 600 people. It was a success. A lot of people were happy, and I was very happy.
And was it free or for like $5?
It was only $5 admission. We had a raffle raising money for a Husky Halfway House, which is an animal rescue that me and my wife work for, and we're really passionate about in Eufaula, Oklahoma. And we rescue Huskies off the kill list, and then we drop them off, and we're able to combine that with my video games. So
you're doing all of that with selling video games as well.
Yeah, we work 40-hour jobs and drove 60,000 miles in 1 year.
Again, he is absolutely killing it. How are you getting all of these?
Yeah, I'm getting all of this because I'm not trying to get the highest dollar for any of my games. I'm trying to sell it at a point where everyone's happy, even if you're a reseller or you're just a collector.
And how are you buying it? Because you're buying at cons. Like you're buying and selling at cons and making a profit.
Yes, I'm buying, exactly, which you can, but you have to go to the con and be there, first of all.
You gotta connect with people.
Yes. It's all about building relationships. That's what that's the most important thing.
Number one thing in this business.
More important than the item itself. You need a good relationships with people, and being on the same mission, learning about people and how you can help them and they can help you is really how you get places.
I think that's key, because I will say whenever I see him at cons, he is sometimes buying the games off the tables, but a lot of times he's digging at the bottom. He's going through the bins at the bottom. He's finding the games that they want, $1, $3, $5, maybe $10 games, and he's buying the whole bin. And he'll negotiate, of course. That's what I see you doing the most at cons. That people want to buy the $100 game that they can sell for $120. But if you buy 100 games for $50, there's more profit in that.
There is. It is more work at some point, but if you have a good implementing strategy, you can make more money. It's all about the hustle. It really is.
That's pretty much it. We appreciate Eric.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much for driving 5 hours twice now to deliver these games. Always had a good relationship with him. We met at, was that Mo Game Con?
Yep.
No,
it was
Como.
Yeah, Como.
I think it was Como.
It was Como.
Worked out a good deal with him there, and I see him at every con. He's a great guy. Is always working good deals.
Yeah, I'll work a deal with anybody.
Hit him up. Make sure to follow his Facebook, and I think that's going to do it.
Yep.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you.